Hey guys, Kirk here from Kirk's Aquariums. We are just going to start today off with a bit of an update on some of the things going on in the fish room. So the first one is we've moved this pair of angelfish into this far tank over here. And the reason for that is I had to make space because I bought some cool new fish. So I'll show you guys them later on. Also, to the person that pointed out in the comments, I am now wearing a black shirt, so the reflection isn't as bad. But yeah, without that, I'll keep going on through the fish room. I've got a few things I want to talk about. Some stuff that I regret doing. Some things need to be changed. And some cool new fish added to the fish room as well. So without further ado, I will get started into the video. Alright, so we're going to start off with this tank. I've been spending a little bit more time on these pair of angels in particular because I really want a batch of blue angels. And doing some water changes. I've been in the fish room a lot more this week because I've been on holidays from work. And it's funny, when you're in the fish room a lot more, you notice a lot more things going on because you have a lot more time to observe. And I managed to see this pair actually laying eggs on this slate at the back here and got very excited. Thought I'd get out of the fish room, let them finish up, be in peace. Came back in about 5 minutes later just to double check, and what I saw was all my L397 plecos having a good old feast on the eggs before they could even finish laying the eggs. So that let me know exactly what's been going on. They have been laying eggs, but I suspect the plecos have been eating the eggs before I've been noticing because I haven't been spending as much time in here. So this week, noticed that. So that leaves me to basically do one of two things. One, don't do anything and don't worry about it at all. Two, probably move the plecos out, these beautiful L397s. Move these guys out and put them in a tank of their own. And another thing I noticed about these tanks as well is the water quality with the gravel is also not the best. It's not terrible, but it's not. It's going bad quicker than I can think. So I basically really want to redo all these tanks along the back here. So what I'm going to plan to do is take the plecos out of these tanks and then take all the gravel out of these tanks. Now, if you guys have been watching me for a while, the fish room used to run all bare bottom tanks. So I used to have no gravel in any of my tanks at all. And then about a year ago, I decided to make this like the change and go to putting gravel in all my tanks. At the start, wasn't a terrible idea, and honestly, it's a really nice, thing to do if you've got, nice aquascape tanks and nice community tanks and stuff like that. But I'm not really going for that. I thought I was, but you kind of have to pick which one you're going for. I am going for breeding fish in my fish room, and I need the water quality to stay, as good as it can get for as long as possible. And that's just not really happening with gravel. Got a gravel vac, got to do more water changes because there's a lot of fish waste into this gravel, and so that's just fouling the water quicker and quicker. So my plan is, and I might be wrong, but I'm not sure, my plan is to slowly but surely start taking gravel out of these tanks and then moving some fish around and moving these longfin bristlenose out of here as well. And just letting these two guys stay in here. Maybe leave the two Goiter River rainbows that I've got left and just keep these guys. But that's the plan for these tanks. So moving on down, we'll go to the black angels as well. These guys haven't laid eggs yet. Water's a bit stirred up from the plecos. Some peppermint bristlenose down here. Gonna move them into a tank of their own as well. Just not sure when. I'm planning to do it soon, but we will see. So I'll just move down here. And this tank in particular is a little bit overcrowded. So we've got a lot going on in this tank. We've got our gold dust geos getting quite large and in charge. So there's 5 of them up here, and they are really starting to get a little bit too big for this tank. And then we've got our colony of super red bristlenose. Gonna leave them down in this tank because it's a nice big tank for them. And then we've also got some stir-bay cories as well, my colony of stir-bays. And what I've also noticed in this tank is my Bosmani rainbows have been laying eggs in this spawning mop here. but the I'm trying to find some. The Sturbe corridoras, there's one over here. They have discovered that there is some tasty eggs inside that mop, and so the other day I also noticed, and this morning when I walked into the fish room, that the Sturbe corries have been wiggling their way up inside this mop and pretty much eating any egg they come across. So unfortunately, trying to breed multiple species of fish in the one tank depends on the species of fish. So you're gonna have to do something about that as well. Gonna move the gold dust geos out eventually, like pretty soon. Once I finish getting the 6-foot tank up and running. I finally moved it downstairs the other day. I'll make a bit of a video about that by itself because it was a task, but I took my local fish shop owner out of his fish shop to help me take it downstairs. So very appreciative of him. And yeah, it's downstairs now, and now I've just got to reseal it and get it up and running. So that's where these big gold dust geos are going to go live and grow out. And then it'll just be the Bosmani rainbows in the top of the tank, and then I'm going to move the Sturbes out of here as well. So hopefully it'll just be the Bosmani rainbows and the super red bristlenose in this tank, because it's a little bit overcrowded, but we've got a lot of yellow going on at the moment and some orange. And the gold dust geos, as you can see, this big one here, he is just getting more and more of that stunning color come through on him. So we'll move on to another tank. I've got a few more updates I want to show you guys. Red tuxedo guppies making plenty of babies. These are all babies I haven't actually netted out of here. Got a little bit of hair algae going on, but we've got plenty of cover up the top here for the little babies to hang out. And I've only got 2 females in here now with just 1 male. So I moved the rest of them out and sort of split off a fair few males because I had way too many males in here. So now it's just 2 big females and 1 male, and they are making plenty of babies. We'll just move next door. And up here we've got plenty of little baby red tuxedo guppies. So they're growing out well. Just thought I'd show you guys them. And hopefully, yeah, in a few weeks time, I will be able to take a lot of these to my local fish shop. And they got a really nice red nose on them. I like the color of them. Got a couple of albino ones in here as well, which I'm hoping, I think this one here on the left, yep, it's gonna have a nice little red nose on it. So I'll probably pluck him and keep him, because I'm working on a strain of albino red tuxedo guppies. So I'll add that one to the strain as well. But yeah, just thought I'd show you guys the little small batch of baby red tuxedo guppies that I've got growing up. All right, move over to this tank. I just dropped some food in now for these baby Goyder River rainbow fish. These guys are growing up quite nicely, getting really close to taking into the fish shop, but I just want to let them grow out just that little bit bigger. And what I just fed them just then was the Dimax Tropical Essential. I've got it here in front of me. Not sure if you can get this internationally, but get this in most Australian fish shops. And yeah, I've been using it for over a year now, and I really like the whole range of them. So I've got a lot of different types of foods that the Dimax do as well. And yeah, overall, fish like it. Doesn't cloud up the water, and seems to be bringing out some nice color in my fish. So overall, I really like it. And yeah, just thought I'd give you guys a quick update that the baby Goyder River rainbows are slowly but surely growing up. I'm holding them for a little bit longer than I should, but I really want to make sure that they're a decent size and got a really nice sort of color coming on through them. It'll just help the fish shop sell them a lot better as well. So that is what is going on in this tank. We've got down below, actually, I should show you. We've got a big bristlenose in here. He needs to come out. There is actually a fair few of the albino longfin bristlenose. So I think I've got about 15 or 16 of them in here. And there's one at the back there, if you can see. And I've got a couple of rogue Sturbe corries as well. These are actually from, if you've watched my video from ages ago, these are actually babies from one of the first batches of Sturbes that I grew out. And he's just survived not being taken to the fish shop, and I just sort of left him in here because I'm like, well, he will be fine. So here comes another longfin albino bristlenose now. Hard to see because these rainbow fish, they just sort of go for the food. As you can see, it's pretty much all cleaned up already. So a little bit over there, but yeah, I can't really find them. If I bring out some algae wafers soon, I'll come back and there'll be an army of them. Here they all come out the back of there now. What I will give you an update on is I just put some algae wafers in, again by the Dimax brand, the Dimax algae wafers. fish seem to really like them. So nice little small wafer, not too big, so you can feed them to small babies like this as well. And yeah, just thought I'd show you a small little batch of small super red bristlenose babies growing up well. And we've got our first spawn ever of Bosmani rainbow babies growing up nicely. But yeah, just thought I'd show you that these guys are coming along well, getting really close to taking them into my local fish shop. So we've got a fair few fish getting really close to taking into my local fish shop. So what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to get everything at the size that I want it to be, where I can sort of pretty much almost give my local fish store like a whole box of different fish rather than like a whole box of the same fish. So like these guys would be a good example. I'd take in, I think there's about 25 super red bristlenose in here, take all of them in at one point, take some of the Goiter River rainbows that I just showed you in as well, and then basically take in whatever else I've got going at the time. So hopefully we can just take in a decent sized box and I can film a decent video for you guys. I'll try and catch them all and we'll sort of like take them to the fish shop and stuff. But it's all sort of time and can't sort of force nature to do anything. So for now I'm just slowly growing everything out and just enjoying it. But thought I'd show you an update on the baby super red bristlenose chowing away on some algae wafers. So really cool looking fish. They're only going to look nicer as they get older as well. So if you haven't had a super red bristlenose before, they get like a really deep orangey, almost red sort of looking color to them. And yeah, look, nice looking fish. All right, over in this tank, we got some pretty cool fish. I've never had these fish before, but these are the high fin platies. And I got 2 males and 4 females. Got this nice red male here with a little bit of damage to his side fin that I didn't notice in the fish shop. So not my local fish shop, but another fish shop that I was visiting, and sort of was like, wow, these guys look cool. Bit of a spontaneous buy, had to sort of make space, but I've got them in a bit of quarantine right now. And a couple of super red bristlenose in here as well, but I noticed within the first couple of days of owning them, some white stringy poo coming out of a few of them. So I've dropped some meds in the water right now. So we've dropped some worming tablets in there just to deworm them, and that'll take a few weeks. And just sort of show you guys these because they're a really nice looking color, and obviously that high fin on them. This male over here seems a little bit aggressive, but we'll just keep an eye on them and monitor them for the next several weeks and see what's going on. But wouldn't mind breeding some platies as well, because they're just a nice staple sort of fish to breed, live bearer, so really kind of easy. Much the same as like a guppy, although I'd say they're probably almost easier than a guppy. So really nice looking fish, as you can see, plenty of color on them. And just thought I'd show you guys a quick update of some new fish that I bought recently. We're doing well in quarantine. Thought I'd give you guys a quick update on my newest L number plecos. These are the L015 plecos. Doing well, getting nice color on them. I really like the pattern and the color on these guys. Just deciding which tank to put them in. It's going to be a bigger tank than this, but these guys are pretty large already, so I don't know if they're going to get too much bigger, but if they do, they'll be in quite a large tank, and really excited to see if I can get these guys to trigger spawning as well. So not too much else going on with these, just thought I'd show you that they're coloring up really nicely. And yeah, I'll show you some more new fish that I recently bought as well. All right, these are some other new fish that I bought. So I've been on a bit of a new fish buying spree, because when you're excited to get back in the hobby, buying new fish is some of the most exciting things you can do. And setting up a new tank, if you're into aquascaping, very cool thing, gets you really involved and into it. So these are some rice fish. So these are the orange rice fish, or the red rice fish as some people call them. And I got 6 of them. I just kind of got them just to try them out because I've never kept rice fish before. Everyone keeps sort of talking about them. They're sort of becoming quite a bit more of a popular fish in the hobby. So I thought, why not? I'll get myself 6 of them. Got some males and females, I'm pretty sure. So they're in quarantine at the moment as well. And hopefully once they're finished quarantining, I'm going to put a spawning mop in here. We'll try and see if we can spawn them and see if we can breed some orange rice fish. So really cool looking fish. Don't really need a heater from where I am in. We don't get like snow or anything like that. So these guys are perfect for outdoor ponds and stuff as well. So you don't have to have them just in a fish tank. You can get some of them for one of your nice outdoor ponds or something like that and not have to worry about them too much in the winter. They are a smaller fish, but they do look nice from viewing from the top down as well. So hopefully we can start breeding these guys in some decent numbers and really add orange rice fish to the staple of what I breed for profit. Alright, so last little update here. These are the closest to red koi angels I can get. I absolutely love this one at the top here. Really deep red koi orange coming through on him already. So very close to looking like Elmo. We'll be keeping that one. And a few of the other ones here looking quite nice. I'm pretty sure this one on the far right is a female, but we'll find out. I think this one down the bottom is a female as well. So just growing these guys out, hopefully the color comes through on them a little bit more. So these are from a batch of baby angels that I bred, and a lot of them were marbled angel fish because the parents were like a cross between a koi angel and a marbled angel. So they're a bit of a mixture, and these were like the closest to pure kois that I could find out of that batch. So I've kept them and sold the rest of the marbled ones as marbled, and hopefully these are growing out and I can sort of get the marbled strain out of these guys in their genes and just breed pure red koi angels, because that's really the focus that I really want to do. And hopefully this one will pair up nicely. Bit of a bully, but we've got a royal whiptail catfish in here. I'm a little bit disappointed because I can't really do anything with this one. Unfortunately, I bought 3 of them originally, and unfortunately two of them passed away, and so now I've got this one who I've had for about 2 years now, looking quite chunky. I think it's a female from memory. I'm pretty sure it's a female. Hard to tell from this angle. Also really cool looking fish. I've heard quite difficult to breed, and lately I have not been able to find this fish anywhere. I haven't really gone out looking for it, but my local fish shop hasn't had them in. The other fish shop that I go to hasn't had them in, so I wouldn't mind getting my hands on some more royal whiptail catfish, just so I can have a go at breeding them in like a couple of years time. But other than that, not too much else going on in the fish room. Obviously I've got a little bit of work to do, still deciding whether I pull gravel out of all my tanks. Obviously my last video I just put gravel in one of my big tanks, so seems a little bit annoying to have to pull all that out again, but that's why I'm going to do some tests. So I'm going to pull some gravel out of some of the tanks and run some nitrate tests and all that kind of stuff, and then that'll sort of determine whether having an overloaded tank with gravel in it is sort of not ideal, but also it's just going to be easier for me to catch fish and sort of clean the tanks as well. So I'm not terribly upset going back to the bare bottom sort of style tanks, because it will be easier for me to catch fish out, and hopefully it'll still look good on camera as well. So other than that, guys, I'm going to wrap it up here, but I hope you guys enjoyed it, and if you haven't subscribed already, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, and thanks for watching this video, and I will see you in the next one.